What's up, y'all? I am back here Sunday live, like I said I would every Sunday. I don't know what's going on with this lash, but every Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And today we're going to have some powerhouses on. We're going to talk about how to start your non-medical home care agency, how to get the funding you need, how to build your credit profile, and all the questions that you guys want to know. So right now, if you're interested in starting your non-medical home care agency, a group home, a ACF, um, non-medical transportation, adult daycare services, any of those type of services that you want to provide in your community, I would like for you to go ahead and put your comments at the bottom in the comment section and share this with somebody that you know or may want to start their own agency and how to build it out. And they may want to have some questions, how to build it up. So yes, guys, y'all need to share right now because it's 5 p.m. and we're going to get started. So let me get the other ladies in. All right. Let me see. It's always this part that's a bit much for me. Hey, Libby. Kettlebell. Oh, I did not know that was you on Instagram. But hey, how are you? That's my cousin, y'all. So thanks for watching. I don't know how to get this today. It's always this. Send this to some people you know. We're about to get started, right? Anybody want to open their non-medical home care agency or expand it, looking for funding to expand it, looking for funding for marketing, make sure that you share this with somebody you know. So, I don't know how to do this today. Terica, let me know. Hey, Terica, is that you?
Hello. Yes.
Hey, happy Sunday. I am getting people in. Right now, I am trying to get Peggy and Stephanie in, and then I'm going to end up taking turns with somebody and Joanna. So give me a second. You can go ahead and introduce yourself while I shoot this out. Again, guys, anybody that want to know how to start a non-medical home care agency, a non-medical transportation, need some funding to get started, may got started and got stuck, need help with their policies and procedures, need help with hiring employees, any of those type of things that you may, find yourself in and then walk away from, make sure that you stay on this live because we're going to be talking about all those things about how to get started. So, Terica, what's up?
Hello. Well, my name is Terica Williams Store. I am, I'm a mom. I'm an entrepreneur. My background, I have over 20 plus years in the, finance and, credit collections industry. I help people that are looking to get their home health care business agency going to get their credit, improved and get them where they need to be in order for them to get the funding that they need to start their business and get it started off right and take it to the next level. So that's what I'm here for. And I'm excited about today's live. Hey, Peggy.
Hello.
Hey, guys. So,
Hey.
Terica, I guess I'm gonna start off with you first today. I mean, it don't matter what order we always go in, but I'll start off with you just to help people know who you are and the questions. So, Terica,
Yes.
listen, a lot of people want to start a business, right? But
Mm-hmm.
their biggest block is money. How do you help get them to the right position and get them unstuck? Anybody that's right there.
Yeah, so I mean, basically, your credit score is your credit is just not just a score. It's actually your profile. It's a behavior that that lenders look at when you're looking to get funding for your business. So if your score is not where it should be, then what I do is give you access and the key to be able to get to that funding. And that is initially the foundation of working on improving your credit and getting that process started.
Got you. Hey, Joanna, we got a new
Hey,
face on here, y'all. We're gonna
hey,
let her
Joanna.
cook in a minute. So, let's talk about why is personal credit such a major key to unlocking the business funding part?
So having strong personal credit, it gets you business capital, even before you make your first dollar. So it
Mm-hmm.
puts you in that position. So, so I help my clients dispute, rebuild, structure, their credit. And that way, when they go to the banks will say yes
Mm-hmm.
instead of maybe. Okay. So we make sure that your credit works for you and not against you.
Got you, got you. So what's the difference between just having a credit score and having a credit profile that lenders like and want to lend to?
So basically, they want to see where you have a consistent, like you don't have any late payments. They want to see where you have a healthy mix of credit, installment loans, installment accounts versus, the revolving accounts. You want to have a good mix of credit. And you want to make sure that your utilization on your open accounts like credit cards are actually at 10%. That's preferred, because that is a key factor in, your score being, high or low, depending on, where you are. So a lot of times, a lot of people, their issue is their utilization has gotten them in trouble because they have so
Mm-hmm.
many credit cards. So you want to have at least, 3 to 5, um, you know, credit cards, but you need to make sure that they're well below that threshold of 30% and make sure it's at 10%. And, and that way it's going to put you in the position where you need to be to get the capital that you need and the funding that you need, as well. So, get it, making sure that those collections are offer your credit. Bankruptcies, all of those things will hold you back, because the lenders will look at that as a huge risk if you're trying to get funding.
Okay, gotcha. So y'all heard that. So basically, what she's saying is, it's just not about having a 700 credit score. It's about what's on the credit profile. It's about, age, credit, utilization, and so much more. And she helps. That's what she helps with in our academy, right? So I want anybody that is watching right now to drop a fire in the chat if you ever been stuck or you stuck because of your credit, and because we're actually here to help you get your credit together and move you in the right direction. So Terica, before I move on to Shani, you don't just work with credit clients, right?
Right. I help with, clients that are just trying to get themselves together to buy a home, to get qualified, to become a homeowner, in 2026.
Mm-hmm.
So we're out there helping people that's ready to go from rent to mortgage by tax season.
Okay.
So it's like, if they're ready, we ready, and we're entering into the first quarter of 2026. So the time is now to get started, not to wait until January.
Not to wait until January. So you helping single moms. What right now we're talking about healthcare. So you helping people with the CNAs, nurses, caregivers, and just everyday people, right?
Right, right. Everyday people, no matter where they are in life. Absolutely.
Got you, got you. So listen, who can see themselves in those stories? I want you to drop a fire in the chat if you can. I mean, Terica is helping people. I know the last person that I talked to, one of the clients that I sent to her, she helped somebody in Ohio get up to 20K and buy her transportation, right? Her transportation vehicle. So, Terica, is there any other testimonies or anybody else that you're helping right now move them forward, basically?
So yes, I have a client, I have a couple of
Single
clients that's
dads,
actually,
yes.
in the
Everyday
funding
people.
program. Yes. And looks like one of them are on the call.
Yes, ma'am.
But
Right.
Okay,
so
okay,
I
Terica.
mean, facts tell, but stories sell. And we have a real live testimonial here to share their story.
Got you. So one more thing. What is the funding timeline and the fast wins?
The funding timeline, I mean, it varies. I mean, it could be, within 30 days. It just all depends. But,
So
if
how
you're
fast
looking,
can someone get funded if they already like a 680, nothing negative, and they how fast do you see people normally get funded?
I've seen people get funded in as little as 24 to 48 hours.
Got you.
If their score is already at a 680 and above. Yeah.
Gotcha,
Period.
gotcha.
Period.
Mhm.
Okay, so 680 and above, low inquiries, no negatives. Terica
Yes.
is your girl. She can help you get 20K up in the first 24 to 48 hours, is what she said.
Yes.
So we working with lenders that move, that move
Right.
fast and clean the
Absolutely.
profiles. Y'all hear that?
Absolutely.
Y'all want to drop a fire in the chat? She is helping people get up to 20K in 24 to 48 hours if you got a good credit profile. And she just
Yes.
explained it. I'm going to let you explain it one more time. What is a good credit profile?
So you don't want to have any, negative 30, 30-day lates or anything like that. No negative payment history, no collections, no bankruptcies. You don't want to have a high utilization rate on your credit. You don't want to have, excessive inquiries. You shouldn't have no more than like two inquiries at the most. So you don't want to seem desperate. If you have multiple inquiries, then that's looking like you're in desperation, and so that's a negative, and that could actually impact your score and your approval odds as well.
Glad.
So that's
Listen,
it.
y'all, this ain't no payday loans. This ain't the
Right.
payday loans. These are real bank fundings or credit lines that we're helping people get. So if their credit profile isn't perfect, can you help build it up?
Absolutely. We'll put you on a game plan. We'll set up a discovery call, do a consultation, determine what we need to attack first, to get you to the next level. And if we need to add some credit building trade lines, then we will suggest those in the process to help build and boost your score as well to get you where you need to be.
Listen, y'all, Terica's your girl. She just broke that down. If
Right.
y'all got some more questions y'all want to ask, y'all want to put it in this comment section or DM us. Make sure you follow Terica right now. She's helping you put the correct trade lines on your account. If your credit is already at a decent credit score, but you still like, ain't nobody lending to me, it's because
Right.
the credit profile is not strong enough. And she's helping put the correct trade lines. You're going to have to invest in yourself, but this is about, your future. This is
Right.
about making something big, a legacy for your family. This is about, really just investing in yourself to build out something strong. So you make sure that you follow Terica and ask any more questions that we may not have covered. And you can leave in the comment section. And if we got time, we'll circle back around. Okay.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So listen,
Absolutely.
y'all, we got our next person, right? I know y'all see us every Sunday, me and Shani. Her real name is Peggy, but we call her Shani. So we just gonna stick with that. So tonight
Right.
we're talking about the healthcare business ownership. And it
Yes.
doesn't take a medical degree or hundreds of thousands of dollars to get started.
Right.
I've been right there along with Peggy. Peggy has helped countless people build real businesses in healthcare from scratch.
Right.
Right? This is why we teamed up together. So I want to welcome Peggy to this phone call and let's get started. Y'all make sure y'all leave anything that y'all want to know, all things healthcare, in this comment chat. Listen, Shawnee, Peggy, startup costs. Let's talk
Yes.
about that.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So
Well,
for non-medical startup costs, you looking at about 10,000 to maybe, and it just depends on how big you want it to
let me
be.
stop you. What if they were starting themselves? Because we got some people like we're helping to guide them, so we're basically giving them all the steps the way. But if they just wanted to get started, what do that look like?
So if they just wanted to get started, that's probably going to be about uh, I would say you'll need at least between 20 to 50,000 to get
Okay,
started for a non-medical, because you're gonna need articles of operation. You're gonna need caregivers. You're gonna need money to be able to pay these caregivers, because money is not gonna just be, you're not gonna have the money just flowing in right then and there. You don't want to use your own bank account, so you're gonna need to be able to pay your caregivers. You're gonna need to be able to pay for trainings. You're gonna need to be able to pay for uh, uh, supplies, and I mean it's a numerous amount of things that goes into funding your non-medical home care business agency.
got
So
you.
startup costs, I would say between 20 and 50K.
But that's in consulting, right? I'm thinking for the do-it-yourself people. Like, if
Oh,
they
do
just
it
needed to,
yourself.
yeah, like, and just wanted to get started, because we always get those type of people, and I like to make sure I'm answering their questions because they think I be trying to sell them stuff, and I'm like, I ain't. If you a self starter, to get
Yeah,
started. It's out
yeah,
there. What is
yeah.
that? That cost is actually under what, like $5,000,
Under
right?
5,000. If you want to
Yeah,
do
but
it
they just have to
yourself,
know.
it's under 5,000, but you just have to know everything on your own. Like you have to know, and it's timely, and it's going to take you way longer than it would take if you had people that was consulting and getting you there to the finish line. Like our consulting, we can get you to the finish line in about 90 days. But if you're
Okay.
doing it yourself, like a startup doing it all, everything, all by you, all on Shawnee, all on me, it's going to take you way longer, probably
Way
about a
longer.
year.
Way
About a
longer, y'all.
year.
But listen, it's still
It's manageable though.
$3,500 or less that you can get started. And what is
30.
those things that they would need to get started? What are the article? What is those 6 things to get started?
So you'll need an EIN. You'll need to get registered with the state. You'll need a home health license. You'll need liability insurance. You'll need a high school diploma, and that's pretty much it to get you started.
Okay. Okay. Y'all hear that?
That's it.
LLC, EIN. The if you whatever state, if your state is regulated, you would need the licenses part. I think for Ohio it's 250. I think for
250.
Texas it's like 2,500. So each state varies.
Yes.
Atlanta, I think, is a little cheaper. So you have to look on your state
Tennessee is
home
like
care.
Tennessee is 4,000. I just looked up for somebody in Denver, and Denver is 1,500. So yeah, like she said, you just gotta look in your state to see what your state regulations and what those fees are for each individual state, because you will need that. But other than that, I mean, like she said, if you wanna do it all by yourself, it's doable, it's manageable. It just takes you a little. It takes a lot longer time to do it.
So there you have it
And you
for the
have to have
people
the
that
patience. You have to have the
there
patience to
you
do
have
it
it for the
too.
people that want to jog my mind or send me a DM and say, "Hey, can I make a quick phone call and try to question by question by questioning me?" That don't work, right? But I do understand if you got a quick question, I'll answer. Or if you just ask them on the live, I'll try to answer that question. Like if you like, I don't know, on my policy and procedure, it don't have the background check. What is the policy and what is the procedure that my business will do? I can answer something like that on these lives. So make sure that you on these lives. We put this together for anybody that has questions that just maybe think about it or not really sure. This is what this platform is here for, you to come and ask those questions, because we don't really have the time to DM somebody that's not wanting to be walked all through all the steps, if that makes sense. So
Hmm.
I'm going to hand this over and I'm going to let Peggy talk to one of our mentees that we've been helping through the healthcare package. So
Yes.
Peggy, it's all yours.
So, all right. So, I want to invite Joanna in on our call today because she is one of our mentees that we've been helping out. Like we had talked about this maybe about a month or so ago, where I was helping 5 people get started and get their own agency going, and Joanna was one of the 5 that we've been helping through this process. Joanna, she got through the process. I mean, she's not completely done, but she's been going through our process. She went through our funding process. She went through our credit process. She's went through our process of opening up all of her articles of operation, and now she's at the process where she's getting her. She's at the agency part where she's getting her final goodbyes from our company. So she's like one of our babies that we are about to be letting go of. But before we let go of Joanna, we wanted her to give a testimonial today. And so Joanna, if you wouldn't mind talking to the people and just letting them know a little bit about what have been, the ups, the downs, the, whatever it is that, and just give us a testimony of what um our agency, our business, our academy has done for you and your husband.
Hello, everyone. Thank you guys, you ladies. I'm so happy to be here. I appreciate all of you for all you guys have been doing. I like you said, I was watching the live one day, and I only seen the live because Shakita, I follow her, and she's my cousin. So I was like, oh well, let me sit here. And I was like, for years I've been working in home health since 2008. And I was like, I've always wanted to open my own transportation business or either a home health agency. At first, I was leaning towards a group home, but since I've been watching more lives, I'm like, I'm gonna stick with the transportation and then go to home health because it's a little bit easier to do the home health
Yeah.
agency over the group home. So I was like, I'm think I'm
Hmm.
gonna go ahead with that. But I've just been the ups has been getting everything done, getting my EIN number, getting registered with the state, doing everything to get my business up and running has been the ups. The downs has been like not knowing how much I needed to put into investing into myself.
Yes.
So
Hmm.
I hit the
And are you
ground
talking about
running.
mentally or
No,
financially?
meaning financially.
Okay.
Okay.
I've I don't have a lot, but I hit the ground running. I've been doing Instacart, I've been doing Spark, whatever I need to do to get this stuff done. And of course my husband, he's been helping as well, whatever he can, so with the support of him and you all, it's getting done,
Right.
so and
So
I'm
how was
just
the
so
funding process?
well, we're still going through the funding process because I'm still going through the credit
Yeah.
journey and everything like that. So as we should be meeting this week for some funding talk with my husband for him to get
Okay.
some funding going later on this week. So
Okay.
we'll see
But
how
so
that goes.
how has the coaching been? Like how have we been throughout the whole this whole journey with helping you get your agency and your transportation services and everything like that?
The coaching has been phenomenal. I've been learning so many new things that I never even thought went into owning a business.
Yeah.
Seeing people open business, you just think that they just go out here and pay some money for their products or whatever and just get started, but not knowing that you needed all these tools far as the coaching and especially on the accountability calls with Coach T. Like it's like, dang, really? I didn't know I needed all of this, And then the
Yeah.
mindset calls with Coach Mila helps shift your mindset because you thinking you're gonna go it one way, but you got to change how you think about things, and it's
Yeah.
helped a lot because, like I told y'all on the call the other day, it only not helps me for business wise. I'm learning the same thing spiritually
Yeah.
and at home. Because sometimes my husband, he'll say this stuff and I just look at him like, but then when I get the same thing from y'all, I'm looking like, like
That's
it's
how
Yeah.
coming
we all
full
are.
circle. It's coming
Yeah.
full circle. So, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So how I know you said that you hit the ground running, you're excited about it, but what does this look like for you, like long haul, like legacy?
Um, Honestly, and that comes to my why.
Yes.
It's showing my kids because, like I said, I got me and my husband together. We have 8 kids, 6 grandkids. So,
Okay.
it's showing the kids that they can do something too, and it's
Yeah.
leaving them something as well because I'm trying to bring them in with me so
Yeah.
that they can see that they can also do something if they put their mind to it and put in the work. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what made you
Anybody?
just say you was sick and tired of working and I'm gonna do it? Go on my own.
Honestly, the finances, because I'm out here working and working hard and barely making anything. Honestly, like if I'm sitting here going and working all these hours, hurting my back and all this stuff like that, and I'm barely making it, I'm making enough to pay bills, and then I still got to figure out something else just to have something if we need something on the side. So
Hmm.
that was a big part of it as well.
Got you.
Absolutely.
What
That's
would you
good.
tell somebody that's sitting on the fence right now, thinking about it, and they just sitting on the fence?
Look, I
What
would
would you
say
give them?
go ahead and call, get some insight on it because I got the insight and I was like, I want to go ahead and do that. But like I said, I jumped so fast, I didn't realize the financial part. But with Coach T being so lenient and helping, you know what I'm saying, I've been able to get it done. So if you looking and you want to get started, don't look no more. What you waiting on? Go ahead and get
Absolutely.
started.
Listen,
Yes.
Absolutely.
y'all. For
Let's
whoever's
go.
watching right now and can relate to Joanna's story, you hear her. She said, I mean, I feel like I resonate with her because I got
Yeah.
to Houston and I had to start door dashing when I lost everything. And I started seeing a need and I started seeing how business structures could be like, oh man, baby boomers are getting older, or some people may not need that bedside that bedside type of attention, but they need help putting their groceries up. They need help going to get their medicine. They need help, going to the store. And not everybody knows how to use these apps because technology is moving so fast. And how can we cater to them? And I was actually DoorDash and Instacarting too. So I can relate to her story. And that was just to pay my daughters. My daughter was in every activity that year, and I couldn't tell her, sweetie, we're broke.
You can't tell a kid that. They don't understand it.
They don't even understand it.
No, sweetie, we broke. What you mean soccer? What you mean? I mean, and she was in every sport that year, and I just kept moving. Like, okay, because one of the things are if you're not moving, it's dying, right? So
Yes.
you got to figure out, how to shift, how to pivot, and what's your next thing, and can you take the skill that you already have and make it into something? Because businesses are created by solving somebody else's problem.
Right.
That's it.
All those cleaning businesses, what is it called? Task Rabbit, even DoorDash, all that stuff was solving our instant mind problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And those people seeing an opportunity. So they seen an opportunity and they figured out how we're going to be the middle thing and we're going to get the people that need the people and the people that can do the job.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
And it started.
Absolutely.
How can we get these people? Because most of the time, you don't trust anybody from Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace. If the business not all the way put together, so those platforms created where they ask the qualifying questions for the person that's going to do the job, and then they ask what you need, and they figure out how they take their percentage off by mixing everybody together. But that's how all businesses are created.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All contracts are created just like that. Like, okay, you don't have this, I'm gonna get you this, and can we do business?
Mm-hmm.
So I can
Mm-hmm.
relate to Joanna's story. I
I
didn't
feel the
come from I
same.
came from a hustler background, so it's a big thing to switch from hustle to entrepreneur because I always know how to go out and make some money. I go cut some grass if I have to, right?
So that's
But
right.
that ain't like, how do I make a business out of that? Because when I moved here, it's so many grass cutting businesses or whatever. How do you actually make a business out of something or your skill that you know how to do? Whether that's baking cakes, banana puddings, home care or whatever. But my thing was always serving. Servitude for me is taking care of people, making sure people get their needs. It's just always serving. I started at 16. All my friends, they were McDonald people or, doing different stuff like that. And my first job was working with the developmental disability people. So, it's caregiving and serving. So my story relates to her. If anybody's on the fence or thinking about, and you already got a skill, you a nurse, a CNA, a LPN, any medical billing coding. Um, I'm telling you, now you can start a business out for this. People need you. And it is not enough. A lot of people say, oh, it's saturated. Nah, we having babies every day. I mean, I know laws has changed, all that other stuff, but we having babies and we're getting older every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Yes.
Your
That's
neighbor,
true.
your next door neighbor to you is elderly. Your
Mm-hmm.
person across the street from you is elderly. You just walk your neighborhood, you will see. The need is great. It's
It
huge.
is.
And we gonna get older. We're gonna need somebody, even if you're not in the
Absolutely.
medical field. You don't even have to have a medical background. But the fact that somebody in your family is elderly and they need the help, so your mind can think, hey, auntie or uncle or my grandmother or whatever, they need the help, but they don't want to go into a nursing home. They don't want to go into a senior living. They don't want to go into assisted living. They want to be right here in their home that they are comfortable with, they're familiar with, and hey, I can just open up this agency and build off
Mm-hmm.
of that and get your kids. Have your kids run it, be the caregivers, get their friends, and then boom, you got a business. So it doesn't even necessarily mean that you have to have this type of background. But because, like Coach Mila just said, this need is great. People are having kids every day and people are growing older every day, and everybody needs something. If it's not just to
Mhm.
take them to the grocery store or because they can't drive like they used to, you on the road with them, you get right behind them and you're like, why are they driving
Mm-hmm.
Or
when they supposed to
companionship,
drive?
people's
So
Yeah.
they
significant
want to get
others pass
out.
away.
They want to
Mm-hmm.
get out into the community. They want to, they want to have a social life, but they can't because they don't drive or they're afraid to drive. Or they want to get out and get to the grocery store. They don't want to just order their groceries online because they don't have that technology. They don't know how to do it. So they still want to be able to go to the grocery store and shop and get their stuff like they normally do and say, no, I want paper, not plastic. So, it's
Absolutely.
those kind of things that they want to be able to still do, but they can't. They have different ailments that keep them from doing it. So you can have, like Joanna, the transportation system that all you doing is just going and picking up the elderly. You have this system.
Listen, y'all, this is what everyday people are looking like. I come on this live. I try to let you know, hey, I was cleaning my room, but I'm like, let me get on this live and make the promise to the people and serve people to let you know everyday people can turn their hobby, their skill into a business. You just got to take action, right? You can start,
Yes.
That's
and
it.
we here to help you start your own non-medical home care agency, group home, any of those things that's in that field. It
Respite
does not take
care.
it does not take these big backgrounds, medical backgrounds and stuff. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't partner with those people when your
Yes.
business grow, because it
Yes.
is going to grow, right? So when it's time to grow, I do need a registered nurse on file. I do need a doctor on file. You will need those things later on, but just to get started and start your business into your community, and like, have you ever been somewhere and you complain? But at the end of the day, if you the better caregiver, why aren't you out there doing it and serving people? I have people in my family that are amazing, amazing
Yes.
caregivers that
Yes.
should be training
Yes.
everybody up and coming, because the type of care
Yes.
that they give is
Mm-hmm.
unmatched. It's
Yes.
unmatched. And if you have unmatched caregiving, and I know, the millenniums and the ones that's after us, people complain about, we were probably the last generation that kind of was like, we take work serious. It's people that have been in this game for 10, 20 years in their 40s and their 50s or their 60s. And, we're aging slowly, slowly. You
Yes.
can get started and make sure that you're showing the next generation how to really
How
do
to do
this.
it.
I got trained by some of the best. They taught me how
Yes.
to grease
Yes.
feet, put
Yes.
salve on them,
Yes.
how to go look and make sure everybody was checked, changed, and turned
Yes.
every 2 hours, giving them
Yes.
water, making
Yes.
sure that like those things are done. And I'm not sure not if those things are still practiced, but I know that came from the older generation. And
Yes.
or the generation that's at least 20 years older than me, and y'all still young too.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all still young, get going. Y'all can actually y'all can train everybody that's coming in this hospitality.
Yes.
We're losing that, and we need to bring that back.
Need to bring
So
it
if
back.
you know that
Absolutely.
you're good at that stuff, why not open a business in those areas?
Yes.
Why not open a business in those areas?
And it's a
We here.
shortage. And when you go to the nursing home, that's the number one retention is caregivers. It's the biggest shortage. They even have travel CNAs
Because it's a
now.
skill. It's a skill.
It's a
It's really a
skill.
skill.
And if you
It,
don't have it,
you got to get
they don't
training.
want you there. They don't want you there if you don't have it. If you there just to make a paycheck, because even in our agency, if you don't have it, we don't want you.
Yeah.
We don't want you there. I don't care what your background, what kind of degrees you got. If you can't take care of my people, because I love every last one of my clients, like I've been knowing them for years. And if you can't take care of my people, I
Turnover
don't
rate.
want you.
Listen,
That's
caregiving
right.
is not born. Business, entrepreneurship is not born. It's created. It's
It's
all created
created.
by knowing the right steps, the right tools, and how to get better. You all just don't be scared. Just get started. No one was born a star.
Absolutely.
It's created. It's about the
It's
skills and the
created.
things that you invest in. The people that's before you that know, what they're doing is practice.
Yes.
It's practice.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're on the fence about thinking about how to start these things, I'm telling you now, get started. Terica already let you know how she can help you get 20,000 and 24 to 48 hours. If you have a 680 and above, with
Credit score.
no collections or charge offs, any of those things, if you feel like you already have a good credit profile, she can get you up to 20K, or I just got somebody 80K the other day, right? 40K in credit
Mm-hmm.
lines and 40K in hard money cash. Listen,
Yes.
we can help you if you just need to start. Most people say, "Hey, I can do my credit myself." Then again, I'm gonna say, like I said always, why aren't you?
Why
Yes.
haven't you done it? Why
Why
haven't you
aren't you
done
doing it? Because
it?
currency is time, knowledge, and what's the other one I say? Time, knowledge, and money.
Money.
Those are all currencies. So if you don't have the money, use your knowledge. If you don't have the money,
The
use your
knowledge.
time. You have to research these things. You know, you can't ask somebody to do something for you or you're not doing it and you're not investing. You got to invest in yourself. And the best investment that you can ever make is always in yourself because you take you everywhere you go.
That's right.
Absolutely.
That's the only how I'm making it is because I invested in myself 10, 20, 15 years ago, and I'm investing in myself still. So if I move to
Every
Washington,
day.
D.C., if I move to Utah or whatever, I'm going to take me everywhere I go. It's
That's
better than
right.
buying a pair of shoes, although I know I need a pair of shoes.
That's right.
If I had to choose, I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to fix my credit first, or I'm going to
Right.
use this, couple dollars to do this first, and then I'll buy the shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right? Because you're going to
That
take you
part.
everywhere you go. The shoes, you might take them and they get a hole in them.
Right. And then they in the
Don't sit on
trash.
the fence. And
Mhm.
this
Right.
credit play and business credit play. Listen, the people don't want us to know about that. When I started, we didn't have business credit. We borrowed some money from a family member that contracts and stuff went weird. They got really weird. And if we knew that we could just build our credit, and I was already in the credit thing, but I didn't understand business credit. I did not understand business credit. So listen, I will not say borrow money if you don't have a plan, but if you got a plan to expand your business or to get started, get the funding you need, get with Terica. If you
That's it.
need mentorship or you need guidance every step of the way, get with Shani, follow her now.
Mhm.
And normally Miss Stephanie Bell is for the do-it-yourself people that just need the steps, and we're in the business academy for $49 a month only. That's $1.49, I think. I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong, a day. So people that drink Starbucks at $5 and $6 a day, this Biz Academy where Stephanie help you. If you do it yourself, she's still gonna have videos to check on you every step of the way. It's a course all set up for do it yourself. It's there for $49. Most people selling their course for $1,000. I've went and researched people. Most people are selling their business, setting up their business or setting up their medical business courses for $9.99. This is $49 a month. And 49 times 12 is still what, less than $600
Mm-hmm.
a year. So get
Yep.
started.
That's it.
Get
Get
started.
started.
Right
Anybody else
now,
got anything before
today.
we go?
I want to leave y'all with one thing. And I've been saying this affirmation to myself for over a week now. There is nothing that you can't have. There's nothing you can't have. The world is full of everything that you need. All you have to do is do it. Every opportunity is already there. It's there. Every opportunity is there. And one thing my coach always tell me, Coach T, is that the opportunity never goes away. It just goes to somebody else. So if you don't step into it and dive into your opportunity, it's just gonna go to the next person. And then you're gonna be
Absolutely.
saying, had I got started when I said I was, I'd be through it already.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
You're right.
nothing that you can't have. God made this world already, and everything in it is already in it.
Decide.
Foundation has already been laid. So go out there and get your opportunity.
Y'all hear the minister. We did
That's
not
it.
introduce her as that, but you can already hear it coming out of her. So y'all hear the minister. God is working through her. She's a vessel. Go get started. We heard Joanna's story. She just decided. And then when
Yep.
she decided, she put action behind, okay, I got to pay for these things. And it's happening for her.
Mhm.
So go get started. We see
Absolutely.
you guys next week. 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be back. Make sure you have your questions and make sure you share this live with anybody that you know that wants to start a non-medical home care agency, a non-medical transportation, a group home, a shared living home, a respite, any of those things. Make sure you share this live with somebody you know that can use this. And goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.